guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am very excited because today we're doing another one of our cheap makeup dupes for high-end products. I'm super pumped to be doing another one of these videos because the last one we did was over a month ago, and that video I just checked and that has almost 900,000 views on it. Oh, I'm so proud of us. I know a lot of you guys really like this series, so we're back at it again. I think this is part 3. Is this part 3? I think this is part 3. In case this is your first time watching one of these videos, basically we are going to battle out cheap makeup products versus high-end products. I'm gonna do half of my face with cheap makeup products and the other side of my face with high-end products. And this is it. This is the look right here. Can you guys tell the difference? Which one is which is cheaper, which is high-end? So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys that you do not need to spend so much money on makeup. You can achieve it with cheap products. This video is for those of you who are just, you know, maybe starting out with makeup, you're not too familiar with brands just yet, or maybe you're on a budget and, you know, you don't want to go to Sephora and spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on makeup. Alright, so I'm gonna stop rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and without further ado, let's do this. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, we are ready to begin. So the left side is going to be the cheap side, and the right side is going to be my high-end side. And I think I'm going to start off with the eyes. So for primer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer for the left side. And for high-end, I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eded. I'm going to start with the left side first and just apply this all over my lids, and then just going to blend it out with my finger. I'm just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Apply it all over and blend it in with my finger. Come on, construction workers. Can you guys not do that when I'm filming, please? Please? Alright, so now moving on to eyeshadows, which I am super excited about. So for my left side, I'm going to be using the Shaaanxo palette from BH Cosmetics, and for my right side, I'm using the Kylie Kyshadow palette. And you guys know these two products have been highly talked about recently. There's been a lot of controversial issues, so I'm super excited to show you guys how they look side by side. So I'm gonna start off with the Shaaanxo palette. I'm gonna take this peachy color right here, and I'm gonna apply this all over my crease, and this is going to be my transition color. I'm actually so obsessed with this Shaaanxo palette. All of the eyeshadows are highly pigmented, and also it has another side to it. Not only does it have eyeshadows, it also has lippies inside this palette. So you're really getting a lot out of this eyeshadow palette, and it's super inexpensive. So I'm just gonna keep applying that till I'm satisfied with how it looks. Next, I'm taking this color right here, and I'm gonna apply that to the outer corners of my lids. So I'm just slowly applying this eyeshadow and really just taking my time with it, not rushing it whatsoever, because I feel like the more I rush the eyeshadow part, the more I mess up. So I'm just taking my sweet time. Next, I'm taking this gorgeous eyeshadow right here, and I'm going to apply this all over my lids. And again, I'm slowly applying this in, taking my time with it, not rushing at all. Next, I'm taking this dark brown eyeshadow and applying this to the outer corners of my lids to just kind of darken it just a little bit. Alright, so now we're gonna move on to our Kyshadow palette, and I'm using completely different brushes for this side, so, you know, there's no contamination. So first, I'm taking this eyeshadow right here, which is very similar to the one we used from the Shaaanxo palette, and I'm just going to be applying this all over my crease, and again, this is going to be the transition color. So this eyeshadow is just a tad bit more peachier than the one from the Shaaanxo palette, but they're still very similar. So again, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm just blending it in until I'm satisfied with the way it looks. Next, I'm taking this eyeshadow right here, which is again very similar to the one we used from the Shaaanxo palette, and just applying this to the outer corner of my lids. Okay, so the eyeshadow from the Shaaanxo palette actually has a lot more red undertone to it, and this one is a little bit more on the brown side, so they're not gonna look exactly the same, but we're gonna make it as close to it as possible. Next, I'm taking this dark brown eyeshadow and a little bit of this, kind of just mixing that and applying this to the outer corners of my lids. Oh, actually, I want to do my eyelids first. I'm gonna take this. This one's not really similar to the eyeshadow we used from the Shaaanxo palette. That one was a little bit more on the pinky side, and this one is a little bit more on the nudie side, I want to say. But they're both shimmery, so we're gonna use that. Just kidding, pranked you. This one doesn't have a mirror. You fell for it. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the outer corner, and again, I'm taking these two, just a little hint of the black eyeshadow, and applying this all over the outer corners of my lids. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the face, and I know I say this in all of my beauty videos, but just in case you're new to my channel, we are not done with the eyes just yet. We're gonna give it a little break. I know it looks really crazy right now, but you can't judge it till the end of the video when we're all done. So next we're gonna move on to face primers. For the cheap side, I'm gonna be using this one from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It's the Poreless face primer, and for high-end I'm using the Hourglass mineral face primer. So again, I'm starting off with the left side of my face and just applying this all over. This is another product I've been using for quite some time now. It does a really great job of minimizing my pores, but my only complaint is it kind of has a weird scent to it. It kind of smells like the bathroom. It doesn't smell like poop or anything like that, but it smells like a bathroom cleaner of some sort. So if you can get past that, it's a super great product, and it's super inexpensive. It's like $3. Next, I'm doing the exact same thing on the other side, using my Hourglass and applying this all over the right side of my face. Again, this is another product I've been using for quite some time now. It does a great job minimizing my pores, mattifying my face, but it's expensive. It's super expensive. All right, so now moving on to coffee break, because we need coffee in our system. It's just how life works. All right, so now it's time for foundation. For my left side, okay, let's do that again. For the left side, I'm using this one from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. And for my right side, I'm using the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. So I'm just gonna be applying this where I need it the most, which is pretty much everywhere. I'm gonna be using my Real Technique sponge to blend everything out. I like this foundation a lot because it gives me great coverage. It gives me about medium to full coverage, and it is long lasting. I don't know about 24 hours. It does claim to be 24 hours, but I haven't tested it out for that long, but I can say it is very long lasting. Especially during summertime, I did use this foundation frequently during summertime, so high five, L'Oreal. And again, doing the exact same thing on the high-end side, applying this where I need it the most, which is everywhere. To blend it in, I'm using my damp beauty blender, and this is gonna just do an amazing job of blending and smoothing everything out. As you guys can see, the foundation shades are completely different. This one is so much lighter, but hopefully once we apply the powder, everything's gonna work out. I'm crossing my fingers it does. Moving on to concealer. For the left side, I'm using this one from Maybelline. It's the Superstay Better Skin Concealer. And for my right side, I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Lately, I haven't had a ton of sleep, so I definitely need a lot of this underneath my eyes to cover the bags. I don't know why, but for some reason, I've been having such a hard time falling asleep at night. If any of you guys have any tips and tricks, any recommendations on how to sleep faster at night, please let me know, because it's literally been weeks since I've had a good solid sleep. And again, I'm just gonna use my Real Technique sponge to blend it all in. Same thing on the other side, and you guys have seen me use this product so many times, especially lately. I feel like I've been using this concealer a lot. Ooh, did I apply too much? I think that's too much. Just a little bit more. Why not? Same exact thing. I'm using my beauty blender to blend and smooth everything out. I think we are now moving on to baking our face. So for my left side, I'm using this one from e.l.f. Cosmetics. And for my right side, I'm using the Makeup Forever Micro Finish Powder. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that here. Just a little bit. There, that's enough. This technique does a really great job of setting the concealer, and also it helps with the creases underneath the eyes. So if you guys have problems with creasing underneath, I highly recommend baking. Same thing here, people. We're doing the exact same thing on the other side. My only complaint when it comes to the Makeup Forever one, the cap has like this weird thing. I like to pour the product inside the cap. I just have better control when I do that, but it's really hard for me to get the product out with this thing in the middle. I know, it's very first world problems, but you see I'm having to scoop it up so awkwardly. I mean, I can just do it from here, but I feel like it's not really sanitary to do that, so. Okay, so while I wait for my face to bake, I'm gonna move on to my eyebrows. For the left side, I'm gonna use this brow pencil from e.l.f. Cosmetics. And for the right side, I'm using the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit Cosmetics. And I think this is the same eyebrow product I used in our last dupes video, but it's really what I've been using lately. I haven't stopped using this, so that's why we're using it again. So again, we're starting with the left side of our face first. I've actually only used this brow pencil a few times, but I ended up really loving it. It gives great pigmentation. A little goes a long way. You really don't have to use a lot of this product, which is really cool. And it's only $2. And again, we're doing the exact same thing on the other side, just lightly applying this to, you know, just give me some brows. You guys have seen me use this product so many times in my videos. It fills in my eyebrows so flawlessly. And again, you really don't have to use much. A little definitely goes a long way. Whew! Eyebrows on fleek! All right, what is next? I think we're just gonna dust off the excess powder. Is that what we're gonna do? So I'm gonna be using 2 different brushes to do this, and also another really important thing to do, drink coffee. I wonder if I can do this at the same time. I've never tried it before, but let's try it now. Why not? Oh, yes. Okay, this is really confusing. I'm gonna stop. So now I think we're gonna move on to contouring. So for the left side of my face, I'm using this one from e.l.f. Cosmetics. And the right side of my face, hopefully, I can open this up all on my own. Here is what the Anastasia one looks like, and as you guys can see, they're fairly similar, so I'm super excited to show you guys what these look like side by side. So I'm gonna take this guy right here and apply it to my cheeks, also my temples, and my jawline right here. And now from the Anastasia kit, I'm gonna take this guy right here, which is very similar to the one we just used, and again, just applying this to my temples, my cheeks. Ooh, look at that. And just a little bit right here, my jawline. So now it's time for the blush. For the left side, I'm using this one from Wet n Wild. It's called Pearlescent Pink. And for my right side, I'm using Dandelion from Benefit Cosmetics. I'm only going to apply a little bit of this to the apples of my cheeks, nothing too crazy. I really want the focus to be the eyeshadow, so I don't want to take away too much from the eyes. I'm doing the same thing on the other side. I do think the Wet n Wild one is a little bit more on the pinkish side. Dandelion is still pink, but it's a little bit more on the muted side, but both gorgeous colors. All right, so I just got done applying my fake lashes, and you guys know my story behind fake lashes. I don't wear high-end fake lashes. I only wear drugstore ones, so it really doesn't make sense for me to recommend high-end lashes to you guys when, you know, I don't wear them myself. So now we're gonna move on to the liner. For the left side, I'm using this one from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and for my right side, I'm using the Stay All Day liquid liner from Stila Cosmetics. I really like this liquid liner from e.l.f. Cosmetics because it doesn't flake on me whatsoever. I find that a few drugstore liquid liners tend to flake on me throughout the day, but this one doesn't at all. And I also find that I have really good control when it comes to doing the wings, which is super important when you're doing the wings because it's already a super stressful process when you're doing the wings. So it's really important that you have a nice liquid liner to help you or guide you throughout the way. Yep, you already know, we're moving on to the other side. This liner from Stila is actually one of my all-time favorite liquid liners. I think this is actually one of the first liquid liners I used. And I'm still a really big fan of this product. I don't exactly know why I stopped using it, but still love it till this day. Next, I'm gonna go back to my Shaaanxo palette, and I'm gonna take that dark brown eyeshadow right there and apply this underneath my waterline just to even things out a little bit. I feel like my waterline, it's a little lonely right now, so we're just gonna even that out with this eyeshadow. Taking this Kyshadow palette and taking that dark brown color and applying it underneath my waterline. Whew, all right, so what is next? I think we are now moving on to mascara. Is that what we're gonna do? For the left side, I'm using this one from Maybelline. It's the Falsies Push-Up Drama. And for my right side, I'm using the Bare Minerals Lash Domination Mascara. Starting with the left side, I'm applying this to my top lashes, and I'm also gonna add just a little bit to my bottom lashes. What time is it? Time for the other side. Applying that to my top lashes, just one coat and then going in underneath. Okay, you guys, so we are down to the last step. We're gonna work on the lips. For the left side, we're using this one from Revlon. It's the Ultra HD Matte Lip Color. And for the right side, we're using the Kylie Matte Liquid Lipstick in Exposed. They actually kind of smell the same too. So I'm just gonna apply this to the left side of my lips. And now for our last step, I'm gonna take Expose and apply this to the right side of my lips. They're still a little wet, so I'm just gonna wait for it to dry. Okay, so I don't really know how it is for you guys. I don't really know how it looks like on camera, but in real life, they look exactly alike, especially now that they're both dry. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And also be sure to subscribe to my channel. We are almost at 2 million subscribers, you guys, 2 million. I know a lot of you out there watch my videos but are not subscribed to my channel. So come on, subscribe so we can hit 2 million. Come on, it takes 1 second. Hit that subscribe button, come on. Be sure to come back in a few days for a brand new video, and that is officially it. I love you guys, have an amazing day, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Mwah. Hey guys,